I was listening to music, and all of a sudden it went to like Spanish / English.
Interesting. Hello and welcome back, peoples of the internet. I don't know when I started saying that, and I say it every time now.
Every single time.
Anyway,
Every single time.
I'm joined by a beautiful, bushy, full bearded Corey, and not Bubbles,
Bye.
who is a Lego man.
Yep.
They actually both
Rufus, I
have beards
think
in
you've
real
had
life.
that Lego skin like from the I don't. Have you ever had a different skin than the Lego skin?
I had a Steve skin.
Okay,
That doesn't count.
That does not count.
Well then,
Well, there is a guy who has a Steve skin that is slightly modified, but it's still Steve skin that he's had for
If
forever.
if it's a Steve skin, it's just default. That's not even really a. It's
No,
not a
but
skin.
it's special. He changed it somehow. I don't even know how he changed it.
Oh well, then it's yeah.
anyway, it's Wednesday. It's Snapshot Day.
It is Wednesday, my dudes.
So we have a snapshot report from the Mr. Corey.
Yes.
He's going to tell us all about it.
Yeah, tell us all about
Sure.
it. This is your job.
There's lush caves now.
Okay.
They're it's not generating just kind of like the dripstone stuff, so it's like you have to go into the single biome thing or whatever, and then choose the lush caves if you want to do it.
Okay.
It looks pretty pog right now. There's a couple. I mean, there's a lot of generation errors at the moment, but for the most part, it looks really good.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! Oh my heavens! What the fudge? Sorry. I just got knocked off of your gold farm and almost died because I was in my. Anyway.
Well, whose
Yeah.
fault is that now?
Nah, it really wasn't mine because I was down on the other layer, but apparently your spawning thing is broken because there's people down there. Anyway, let's see what else was there. It was really funny. They said that lightning rods can be waterlogged now for some reason, but it's not actually. It's broken, so you can't
I saw
actually
that,
waterlog
yeah.
them. That's
Kind
funny.
of like, not
Kind of
pog.
like lol.
So
I don't really get the point of it though, because like, I mean, maybe I'm dumb, but can lightning strike underwater? Has that ever been a thing?
Water
I don't
is
really
a
think of it
conductive
being like
element.
that.
The lightning strikes the water.
Yeah, on top of it, but like, why would like
Technically,
how?
I don't
guess,
think lightning would strike
so.
water because of the way that lightning actually happens. It involves the ground.
So they
The
mean
only thing, you know, the only problem I'm thinking is like, okay, like let's say I have an underwater base or something, and I put a lightning rod on top of the underwater base for some stupid reason, because you know that makes sense. You know, to negate the whole fire at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, man.
Definitely want to do that. Yeah. So
Well,
why?
I'm
Like, is my
thinking
question.
it's more because people
You
might
just
want to use it for
building?
decorative purposes because it is actually a
I
really interesting block in the fact that it's basically a spike. Whereas we
Yeah.
don't have a lot of those. We can use chains or we could use iron
What the
bars.
heck are you doing in that house?
Don't worry about it.
Oh my gosh.
I know that's your favorite word.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, wow, that jukebox has some range. Wow.
Yeah, I was up on the thing and I was like, oh my gosh, I hear it. So, let me think. What else was there? That was honestly like really it. It was just kind of like the lush caves was the big thing.
Yeah, and there
the Azalea Tree is in the game now, and it works exactly like they said in the snapshot. So like, if you find it in the world and then you go down, you'll find a lush cave, and
which
you'll
is
also find
cool
those
and all,
roots.
but
I feel like honestly, if you ask me,
it deserves
I think
its own wood.
No, I mean I don't think they're gonna change it, but if you ask me, I think the root generation is kind of broken, because like basically if an azalea tree spawns, all the way below it is gonna be roots basically. So like let's say you go down, right? The first cave you encounter on the ceiling of that cave, just in like a couple spots, there's gonna be those like hanging roots, right? Because
Yeah.
that's part of the tree. You go down even further to the next cave, there's more roots. You go down even further, there's more roots. All the way down, you know, from the y-axis from the tree, like down all the way to deep slate, basically, is roots all the way. And it's like, I don't really think that this mini little tree can have roots all the way down there, but go off, I guess, you know. So I don't know if
I don't
that's like
think
intentional or if they're gonna fix that. I have no clue. But when they showed it in the snapshot, I was like, okay, I guess.
I don't think that they're going for realism. They're going for playability, which is a
Sure.
balance that games have to have. Because
But the only problem I see with it
playing a
is
block
like
game.
the whole point of the Azalea Tree is the reverse of what the roots do. So like you're not gonna be in a lush cave looking for the roots to find the Azalea Tree. You're gonna be up on the surface looking for the Azalea Tree to find the lush caves. So the fact that they're like spamming roots all the way down in the lush caves from the tree is just kind of like, okay, like I'll be walking around in a cave or something and be like, oh look, there's an Azalea Tree above me, but it's like, wow, I'm at Y negative 30. Good to know. you know, I don't know. That was like my only kind of like but yeah. What else? That's pretty. They changed generation, or they changed not generation. They changed something big, but they didn't really say like what it really was. The only thing that they said is that it is gonna kick a lot of old PCs off, basically.
Oh
If
yeah,
you're
um,
like really
it,
old PCs,
it's
if your
basically
graphics
vanilla
card doesn't
textures.
if your
Vanilla
graphics
shaders
card
rather.
doesn't meet a specific standard, you're not going to be able to run the game anymore, basically. But it's not like oh no, my graphic. It's like no, like the most ancient PCs are dead. They're not going to run it, which they really
Yeah,
shouldn't have been running it in the
and
first place.
it
Excuse me,
will
but
be a bit more challenging for other PCs to run it, but they'll still be able to run it. It's
well,
basically
the way they
unlocking
said it
vanilla
is that like
shaders.
it's an ancient like the thing that it had been running. I can't remember what it was called. It was like literally just ancient tech, that had been in the game like from the beginning or whatever. So they kind of kicked it off and they're like, okay, let's actually work on making something better. So I don't know. I don't care. I'm just like, yeah, go ahead. It's not like I said. It's gonna affect like people running Windows 7 on their like I don't know PCs from the 90s.
No,
Like,
it's
oh no,
more
it
like
doesn't run
Windows XP.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, can Minecraft be on Windows XP? This is
I don't know.
this is the
Who
question
knows?
that I need an
Actually,
answer to right
probably.
now.
You can get Minecraft
Probably.
on anything. So,
Well,
this
isn't it as
Falco
long
box
as you
is
can run?
bugged for me. I don't know why.
Oh, it's open.
Yeah, probably looks redonk me jumping like this.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Yep, that's close. Yeah, that was pretty. I feel like there's something else, and I'm like totally forgetting it, but I think that's pretty much it in terms of Lust Caves. There's the Glowberries. They're really pretty. They grow the exact same way as fudging. What's it called? Is it no kelp? That's what it is. So like how kelp is like it's spawned in with like a specific age or whatever, and it's only
Yep.
gonna grow depending on what age it is. Same thing with the vines or whatever. So some of them will grow like 2 blocks or whatever, and then others will grow like 10 or 12. So
I see.
you can bone meal a specific part of it, and it'll just automatically spawn glowberries. They are very bright. Glowberries are so yeah, they light up a lot at the moment, like way more than the freaking. We kind of thought that like the lichen or whatever that kind of lit everything up. No, these glowberries are like boom, it's like straight up light. So
I mean, that's not necessarily a bad thing.
no, I think it's kind of cool.
It
What is cool is like I think for a lot of map builders, they were kind of, or I was kind of watching a streamer show it off or whatever. You can have a vine of glowberry vine or whatever that goes all the way down, and then just put glowberries at the bottom. So like only the bottom part is lit, or you can light up the whole thing with glowberries, and then it's like super bright all over the place. So it's you got a lot of customization on it. So
which is
I
a good
don't
thing.
know how the glowberries spawn naturally. I think it's probably just random. I didn't actually see anything about that. Probably like random as in like, yeah, like berry bushes or whatever. It's like who knows when it'll get berries on it. I don't know. Yeah.
Could also be something you bone meal.
Yeah. I did see something that was really cool though. And I don't know if it was intentional, but the person that I was watching show off a snapshot, they found an azalea tree in a cave, and not even like in a cave like near the surface, like way down like towards deep slate or whatever. It was just chilling in the middle of like a big open area, and I was like, dude, that's pog, because it's like a freaking tree right there. So
Yeah, and I mean it kind of makes sense because lush caves are not. They don't care about your pesky world generation rules. They'll be wherever they want to be.
yeah, well, I mean that's with all the new cave biomes or whatever,
Yes.
supposedly. And then the azalea bushes and the moss spawns everywhere. Okay, I was playing around with moss in a snapshot world my own or whatever, and it I don't know what type of block it is, to be honest. It behaves really weirdly. The only reason I noticed it was like weird is because I tried placing some in water, like not underwater, but like on the surface of water, right?
Yeah.
And the water next to it would start flowing into it every time, and then I would try to replace that with some like um, a water bucket or whatever to make it a source block, but it wouldn't let me. So it was weird. I don't know what's up with that type of block, but anyway. Yeah, that's a snapshot.
I see.
Pretty block.
Okay. What
It,
other news?
Well, I have a question
Yes.
for some
oh,
a person who's played Minecraft for a long time, but is still
that's me.
basically a noob on Minecraft.
Okay,
So
that's
does
not me.
waterlogged mean it goes like all the way around something? Like for lightning rod? Does that mean
It,
it doesn't have air around it? Like,
Yes.
yes, yes,
okay,
yes. So like how you can waterlog a fence, basically.
you can put a
There's a
fence in
fence.
there and there's water all the way around it.
Yeah, well, like you hover over the fence in that block space, you can put water in the same block space as the fence, basically.
Yep.
So yeah, there's water all the way around just that particular block.
So it isn't like it used to be where you would place
Yeah,
that and there's air around it.
yeah, like how people used to do the door glitch in I don't even know if that still works, but people used to do
Yes.
the door glitch when doing okay, it does still work. Uh, what's a better example?
Yep.
Torch. No, you can't do. Torches do work. Yeah, you get the
Torches
point.
don't work anymore for the underwater trick.
Well, that's just because they don't give you enough air or whatever you have to produce.
The air is different.
Yes.
Yeah.
It actually takes time now.
It actually does.
So like, Rufus, where are you?
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. So like,
Like the blocks over there.
here's a fence,
Yep.
waterlogged.
Yep.
Not waterlogged. That kind of stuff. So basically, if you imagine a lightning rod here, beforehand you couldn't place water in it, but now you can apparently. Well, you can't, but you're supposed to.
Yeah, because
Wanna
copper
put that
I
stone
think could
back?
be really interesting underwater. Because it can really age builds beautifully.
You grab some stone, Rufus. Can you put it back in the path?
Oh, that's
What
what
are
it
you
was.
people doing to my path?
I
Nothing.
was just showing him something.
I don't know why he didn't just take up a piece of dirt, but that's just him.
I'm watching you.
Also, was that a stone slab, Rufus?
Yes.
Disgusting.
Do you know how long ago I made this path?
I don't know.
Yeah, you don't.
Oh, some of the textures changed again.
Yep.
They changed the ore generation just a little bit from what they had beforehand, but really nothing's different. I think the diamonds are different. It's like you're gonna get less. The blobs of diamonds are gonna be. They're not gonna be as big. Like beforehand, it could be like up to 8 diamonds or whatever. Now it's gonna be like more like 4 diamonds or so. But it's increased, like the amount that you'll find. But like overall is what they said is that it's actually less diamonds, which kind of sucks, but hey, whatever.
Fossils will also spawn with diamonds below Y0.
That was cool. I thought that was a really cool idea.
I mean, I don't think I found a fossil like ever.
I've found
because I
some.
don't think I ever really cared enough to look.
There are, I found them more on Bedrock than I have on Java, but then again, Bedrock's freaking broken as heck.
I see.
But you don't do a whole lot of mining on Java either.
Well, like, yeah. I don't know if I've ever found a fossil just like mining or whatever. You usually find them like half exposed, or like some of it exposed at least. They added deep slate emerald, deep slate. I think it was coal, and then another thing, deep
Copper.
slate or whatever, copper. But they don't. They're not going to generate in the world. They're just for like map makers, basically. So
Which
if
is
you
very
wanna,
considerate.
yeah, it is. That was kind of cool. I think that the biggest texture change they did was for iron, and I think it looks a little bit better. It's like less. It's more noticeable or whatever. I think the other one, the other texture they did kind of blend it in to the
Yes.
stone a little bit too much.
Another important
Well,
thing that you haven't mentioned is that they changed generation again.
Oh, they did?
Oh, they just got rid of the
Yeah.
cracks or whatever.
No. Or
Or they got
generation.
less cracks. Yeah, that's what I just said.
No, you just talked about their textures.
No, I just talked about how
Diamonds.
talked about-
Okay, you just
yeah,
talked
how-
about how diamonds, but overall, the entire ore generation has changed
Again?
again.
no.
Yes.
Well, like no,
Yes.
not like no. It really hasn't. Like barely. It hasn't changed that much compared to what it was beforehand. I don't know if you
Coal
mean like
is
like
vastly
overall.
coal is less common. They released a new chart for the 3rd time.
Huh.
Did you not see
mean,
that?
I saw that. No, I did see that. I just didn't. I don't think it was as. It wasn't
You didn't
big.
com-
It
you
was like
didn't
the
com-
diamonds were the big one or whatever. Basically, the
Yeah,
other
coal
ones were just kind of
is
like,
less
eh,
common
by like a little bit.
by like a lot of it. Or copper and gold are less common to be found, exposed to air. Diamond is less common to be found exposed to air. Overall, it is quite a substantial change. Okay. Everyone went quiet. Nobbles, how was your day?
It was okay.
It was okay, he says.
Yep.
Now, what does that truly mean?
Could have been worse.
Yes.
I'm looking at snapshot stuff.
I see. Corey's gonna try to prove me wrong.
What?
Hi.
What?
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, coal is just not very common anymore. Well, not as common as it used to be.
Yes, which is weird because it's really basic material.
I don't know why the picture that they show on here. Oh, there we go. I was like, why isn't it so big when you click on it? They say it's not final again.
Yeah. None
No,
of
they're
these
totally gonna
things are
change it.
final. I ran out of lanterns because somebody borrowed the last of mine.
I don't really think I used a lot of them. I can give them back. Let me go find them.
Can you find anything in your chests? What about you, Corey? Did you do anything interesting today?
I did use all of them. have any. Sorry. I must have used them all.
Eh, they're
No,
cheap.
I didn't do anything interesting today. I've been house sitting my neighbor's place or whatever, and he's having like a bunch of not like flooding, but like leaks on his like 4-season porch. So it's not like the end of the world because it's kind of meant to get dirty, but it's like you have to clean up a bunch of water. So
I
it's
see.
not fun. Aside from that, I really enjoyed the rain. It smelled really nice. It sounded really nice.
Yeah, I was driving home. I had to slow down. There was so much. It was coming down so hard.
I'm just worried about how in the next like week or whatever, it's not supposed to get like below freezing, but it's supposed to get really cold again. So I'm hoping it doesn't just completely ice over.
Are you having fun?
Yes.
Huh?
Am I annoying you yet?
I don't know. You're just following me around. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing.
None of us know what we're doing. Life.
Does that bother you?
No, I just think it's funny to see you fall.
Well, you didn't make me fall.
I know. I didn't try that hard, did I?
No, you didn't. You clicked on the wrong one.
What do you think of my interior so far?
It's very woody.
I mean, yes.
See, that's how you do it.
Why?
Because.
Okay.
Because it annoys you.
Well, I mean, it'd annoy anyone.
Yeah, it annoys me too, so I can't leave it.
Okay. What does this building seem like? What would its purpose be? Okay,
Seems like a shop of some kind.
precisely. It's better now.
I have no idea what kind of shop.
You can't find me.
I
hear
can't
a
find you.
skeleton.
No, I'm hiding.
Huh. Where is he?
I hear a zombie.
You're a zombie?
Yeah.
Where's this boy?
I mean, I can watch you. Wait, what are you even doing?
Killing a zombie.
This is
I
not
see.
lit up.
Well, he's not over here because he can't see me.
Okay.
Oh, is he upstairs? No. I'm befuddled.
Me too.
There is a man in my
What
house.
befuddles
I don't
you?
know where he is.
I found
I
you.
hear a skeleton, and I do not know where he is.
Okay.
I might have cheated though.
You might have cheated, huh?
Yes.
Bro, what? Oh, is he? Wait, what?
By the way,
What?
I need to read these signs that Corey placed down.
Oh my gosh, did you go over there?
I most certainly did not. That was a rather loud explosion.
Oh, wait, what? Wait, where? What signs?
The ones that you told me about.
Where?
I don't know.
Oh, well then, yeah, you don't know. Do you hear that skeleton? Where is? I thought he was on the outside. He's not anywhere.
I do hear a
Don't
skeleton.
don't go ripping up anything, or you're gonna break my redstone, and I'm gonna be really mad. I will find him myself. Thank you.
Not Bubbles, why do you say hi?
Because I was showing you how I cheated.
Oh, hey, wait. Not Bubbles. Do you see a skeleton in your all-knowing form in my house somewhere?
That's what I'm looking at. There's a
He's
dark
like
area right below you.
right below me.
No, like, no, go over one more block. Come towards your couch. Stop right there. And,
Right here.
yes, down.
Oh,
There's nothing down here, but it's all dark.
where is this
I
man?
there's no. I was just telling you because you should light it up so it doesn't spawn
I
anything.
should. I should. I think this is all
I found
slabs.
him.
That's why it doesn't matter. But
I found him. I don't
Your
know why he's.
redstone's on it, so how could it be slabs? Oh, I see what you mean.
this part is redstone. This is
So
slabs.
so stop right there. Now pillar up. Pillar up.
It's kind of hard when there's freaking slabs, but okay.
Job done effectively.
Wait.
Okay.
Yeah. Up one
In
more.
here. Oh
Yep.
my, you biscuit. Get the
You should
crap
light
outta
that
here.
up.
Yeah, you should.
I definitely should.
Yeah. Sometimes just there is a torch on
I'm
the
just
other
glad I
side. I
wasn't.
don't know why was spawning there. It's weird.
I'm just glad that there wasn't like a creeper or whatever. That would have sucked butt.
Well, then I would have told you it was a creeper. I am also looking at other areas to make sure. Oh, there's
Where did
another.
you- what are you? Wait, you were cheating?
What?
I'm in spectator mode. I found another place that could have could spawn something.
That is rather loud. Okay, back to what I was doing.
He's looking for my signs. I dropped hints about last stream.
What now? No, I'm building an interior.
Oh. Where, Rufus?
Okay.
You're going to need to. I don't know if you can actually spawn in here. Go
Is
out.
it over here?
No.
We
Let's
could
see.
use some chains.
Go into right. Do you know where your ender chest is?
Over here. My.
Yes. Now go
Right,
back one
right
block.
along here, we could hold these up with
No, forward.
chains.
Go forward. Forward all
I
the way to the wall.
forgot
Yes.
about that.
Now jump. Now pillar up. 1 block or 2 blocks, maybe 2 blocks.
We should switch this out for
This is a slab up here, so I
this.
can't
Okay,
get that
so look the direction. Now look at your ender chest. Now turn around, all the way around. Yeah, and destroy that block right there.
Oh,
And you just need to throw a block in there or a torch. Doesn't
Ooh,
matter.
item for not items. What
Gotcha.
are they called? Armor stands. I need armor stands.
did you see that I have a hot tub now?
Oh, I see. Yours does bubble.
Yeah, it does. I couldn't, be
Instead of-
upstaged by my neighbors like that.
Wow.
Property value is a fickle thing, you know?
I'm pretty sure I have the best property value.
I'm pretty sure.
Doubt.
I have less explosives in my house.
I'd like to see a stream, or I'd like to see chat decide who's got the best property.
I mean, yes.
Can something spawn on a redstone block?
Yes, in theory.
I don't have any redstone blocks.
Yes, you do.
What?
Yes, you
Oh,
do.
is it over here? Is it in this thing?
So I think it's sticks and what is it? These things?
No. You don't need to go down. Let's say
Oh,
where's
redstone
the
blocks.
where's the
Sure,
best?
we'll make that.
You know where
one.
you felt you went down and you placed that torch, that big area? No. Okay, that works too.
I have
maybe
too many
just-
torches
No, let's see where
in my
we are.
inventory.
Here?
No, into that L area that
Remember when we
there
ran
you
out
found
of
the
torches?
skeleton into.
Actually, why don't I... Would it be dumb to make this room bigger?
You
Is
could.
it, what's below me? Is there anything below me, or is this
No,
just... Okay.
it's just free open space.
Okay.
Yeah, it's free real
Where,
estate.
what am I doing?
Go down your ladder to your entrance,
Ooh, that was really good to put.
and then all the way down to your piston. Keep going,
We don't have any.
and then go where your face is. Pillar. No, turn around the other. Turn right. 1 block. No. One more. Turn around. Right there. Yes, that block right there. You see the redstone block? It's all dark in there. Or you could just leave it the way it. Yep, that works. That's the only other spot that was spawnable.
Coolio.
Actually, this actually might be a little cheaty, but it's actually really nice just to make sure you don't get any creepers. Because that would
100%
suck.
cheaty.
It is, but like that would really suck. To like walk by a wall and hear a creeper go off and you're like, what the heck? Especially in yours with a small area.
You know what's really funny is I'm gonna laugh so hard when Zax finally finds those signs.
I see. That I've literally put 0 effort into trying to find.
Yeah, it's gonna be really funny.
Cool. So we got kind of a display. Can you look through the window and see it? Kind of. There's a dead
I liked your
bush in the
cactus.
way.
Yeah, I was gonna replace this with that.
That's fancy.
I think that looks a little bit better.
So what I use in the mix.
Although it kind of looks weird because the cactus touches the top. And
Yeah,
the
that's true.
cactus is hanging the thing. That's why I didn't want to put a cactus there, but I like cactuses, so it's staying.
Okay.
So I was gonna look at this area. So I could probably just leave this open.
We have a whole room down here.
Yep. There's a lot of these little rooms everywhere.
Yeah, bucket. Where do I have a bucket around here?
So what happens when you have redstone?
Redstone. Bucket. Ooh, I know. Will be eaten. Let's not grab one of those. Let's grab one of these. Flying up again. So, what we've established is I have a new pet.
You have a new pet?
Yeah. It's a fish. And it's now living in this house. Interesting. Alright, we just need this. And more trapdoors would be appreciated. Have I ever mentioned how stupid expensive trapdoors are? And like we can throw one here and one here. Maybe a couple of these, you know, here and there.
Oh, deep slate is directional now. I think that was a really good change. So it's like logs and like bone meal, or like bone blocks. Sorry.
Like bone meal. Bone meal is directional
Yeah,
as
bone
well.
meal, right? Definitely. But it looks really cool because you can like make like really cool walls out of it now, and there's like 3 or 4 different types of walls you can make out of it.
By the way,
Replace
I
it.
have lost one of my shulker boxes. So
Again,
yeah, this time it's the glass one
What? Color is it?
though. White.
isn't it?
Couldn't be me.
That isn't the one that's just sitting out here.
Where?
There's a white one out here. No, that's your wool one.
Yeah, that I just put that one down. Thank you very much.
I know. I found it.
Really?
Yep.
Did you have
Very
my shulker
replacement.
boxes?
No,
What?
it's over by the mob farm.
I see.
I'll get it for you.
Oh my gosh, hacker.
Yep. Spectator mode is actually really useful.
Yes.
And it's in the game, so it's not cheating.
Yes, it is.
Well, I would say it's not cheating
Whoa.
for me to use.
What happened to my sound?
I don't know. What did happen to your sound?
Oh my gosh, what happened to my sound? It's so weird. What the heck? Say something again?
No.
That was weird. It's cheating because you can't do it unless you have allow cheats on. So that's cheating.
Okay.
Good to know.
Hence cheating.
What do you... Not Bubbles, what do you think of this quick interior I've whipped up?
That's pretty decent.
Pretty decent? You don't
Yep.
like it?
And it needs items frames with stuff in it.
It needs item frames.
Yes. With like whatever he's selling or whatever it's doing.
Hey Zach,
Yes.
is your mob farm off?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I was just making sure it wasn't broken.
No, it's off. Hey, South. We're just out here, making this thing.
So
You need to figure out, you need like a barn.
I am aware you've mentioned this once or twice.
Because your mushrooms look all mushroomy.
They do, because they are mushrooms.
I'm kind of salty that like the Minecraft community didn't band around, like like create a petition and rename it Grimstone again or something. Because Deep Slight's still a dumb name, and I like Grimstone better.
I see.
You could have done that.
Effort.
You can't complain about the community not being proactive
No, I actually really can.
when you aren't yourself.
Watch me.
Alright.
Good news, guys. All
What?
the signs are still there. Ow.
Why are you doing such things?
It's kind of weird to have two doors like this, but okay. Is this like an armory?
What do you think
Wow.
this place is?
Are you gonna keep this like weird gap between the stairs here? Like the stair thing?
Don't worry about it.
That wasn't what I asked. I asked if you're gonna keep it.
And I said don't worry about it.
I wasn't worrying about it. I was asking if you were gonna keep it.
Don't worry about it. I like this interior. It works for me. Does it work for anyone else?
I don't know. I'm leaving.
Bye.
Corey,
Bye-bye.
could you try tomorrow?
Sure, I can try tomorrow.
Do
I
you
don't
think
know
it'd
if
be
I'll go ahead.
Do you think it'd be faster just to go on the one specific one?
I could do that. Do you want the cheapest one or the
Yep.
or the $800 one? $700, $800, something like that.
Yep.
Okay, so just keep it on that page.
Yep.
I can try
Yeah.
that.
If
I
it
don't.
doesn't end up happening, or if you don't want to do that, it's just fine.
I don't. Well, I mean, I'll do it. I just don't know if I'll be up like early or whatever to be at the
I don't
when it's
think
supposed to
I
drop
don't
at
think
like
it's
8 or
I
something.
don't think it will.
Okay.
It hasn't in a really, really long time.
When I get up I'll just hop on my computer and pull it up or whatever. But yeah, that'll probably be like
Okay.
8:30 ish. So
Yeah. I don't think it's gonna drop any earlier than that.
gotcha.
Or 9. Probably after 9.
Sure. Cool.
Alrighty, thanks.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Alright, we need to divide this area up into some rooms because I don't know about you, but I feel like houses have rooms for specific purposes. I don't know if it's
Oh
been
yeah, usually.
worthwhile. I'm just going for a really open plan, you know? Like no walls ever. In fact, no windows and roofs. Basically, you go and you find an open field and you sit in it, and that's a house. Solves all the problems. I need oak logs. There we have some oak logs. So do you have any exciting plans?
No. I'm gonna be pretty busy next week. I've got a eye doctor appointment on Wednesday. Time to get some new flipping glasses.
That is exciting, but is that all your plans?
I mean, no.
Are you just saying that, or do you actually have
No.
plans?
Yeah, no, I have to, I'm gonna be applying for a bunch of different jobs. I want to write a ton. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So that was an interesting conversation.
Sorry, I'm reading something.
Okay, that's a good division. Carpet is a bit much. We need to clean that up a little bit. I'm thinking more along that, and then
Okay, sorry about that. What were you saying?
I was just asking if those were your only plans. I need to make a bed.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
Really
see.
trying to find a job. Something that I will somewhat enjoy. And I'm also working on my novel, so I'm writing that. And yeah, I've got the eye doctor appointment. And then I don't think I'll be house sitting for my neighbor still. He's supposed to come back sometime this week, but hopefully I won't be. I mean, if I am, it's fine because I'm just getting money.
I mean, money is money. I spent money today. It was interesting.
What'd you spend it on?
Nothing fun. I needed new pants because,
Yeah, pants
you
are
know,
fun.
yeah, but
I
they're
like
work
pants.
pants, so they aren't fun.
Oh. Last time I got pants was for Christmas.
It's funny as you become older, pants become a meaningful gift.
Yeah, kind of.
Then again, I don't think I've ever. It's been a long time since I was given pants as a gift.
I got mine for Christmas because like all of my other jeans had holes in them except for like one pair or whatever. And my mom was like, you no.
Yep. Moms are like that.
What's your thoughts on tattoos?
I'm not a big proponent of them. I don't see a point in...
Okay, wait, let me rephrase that. What are your thoughts on tattoos for yourself, and then what are your thoughts on tattoos for other people?
Okay, for
I only
myself,
asked because a friend asked me recently, and I was like, oh crap, and he was like wanting like a in-depth answer, and I was like, oh my gosh, okay, here.
for myself, I don't care for them, and I will never get a tattoo.
Okay.
It's not because of the pain that people say or whatever. It's just I don't see a benefit to spending money to have my body permanently marked with ink.
Sure.
Oh, and oftentimes I just think regret when I think tattoo. There are tattoos that are useful. There are tattoos that have purpose. There are tattoos that are special to people, and I respect that. But it's not for me, like
Sure.
at all. And other people, I feel like excessive tattoos are kind of like they aren't the best looking. Coming from someone who has several siblings who have a lot of tattoos.
Really?
Yes. I
Huh.
just don't see it. I don't see the appeal of it.
Sure.
Is that a suiting answer?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What are your opinions
That's
on
a
tattoos?
beautiful print. I basically was said like I could see myself getting a tattoo, but it wouldn't be like big. Like I'm not gonna get like one of those fat sleeves. But one of the big things I've always thought of, or I've always thought, is that like if I ever got one, um, I would shell out a ton of money for it because I don't want to go to like some sleazy artist or whatever that's be like, oh, it's I don't know, $15, and yeah, because like you said, it's like it is permanent or whatever. So I would want like some really nice art or whatever. So I'm probably
Yes.
shelling out like a couple hundred or like 100 or something more, for something that's gonna look really good. Uh, if I ever got one. I can't really see myself getting one just because there's not much that I can really think of that I'd be like, oh yeah, I want it on me. And like you said, I definitely do think of like the regret part too. I don't want to pick something that like I'm into now and then like I don't want to slap
Yeah,
a,
like an
a
anime that you're
gas on my
really
shoulder
into
or
right
something.
now, and
Okay,
then
well,
like
hold
in
on. The anime
50
is a different
years,
thing.
that
Don't
anime would be like
don't
something
drag.
that you don't like anymore because your tastes have
Yeah,
changed, and then you're like, well, what am I gonna do now?
yeah,
Try to adapt it? Say it's a bad
yeah,
portrait of somebody I used to know? I don't know.
yeah.
Oh
Uh,
my word.
So yeah, like, but like, I mean, if I found something that I'd be like, oh yeah, this is cool. I might get one. I don't know. And then for other people, I'm like, yeah, it's Pog. I don't really care. You can have a huge sleeve. I'll be like, that's cool.
Yeah,
I like
I
the only
don't
thing I don't like when other people do is just get tattoos for the sake of tattoos because I feel like if you get a tattoo, you want other people to ask about it. I think I don't know. Maybe that's just like weird,
yeah,
but like whenever I've seen people with tattoos, I'm always like, okay, what does this one mean? What does this one mean? What does this mean? And then they usually are like, okay, this one, I got this when this happened, and I got this when this happened, and this one's really cool because like that, and they give me like this huge story, and that's awesome. But like, I've also talked to some people, and I'm like, okay, why'd you get this one? And they're like, oh, no, I was drunk with my friends and decided to do it. It's like,
yeah,
oh, this one doesn't really mean
it
anything. I just
crosses
kind
the
of slapped
line
it on
for
my arm.
me when they're getting
And I'm like,
tattoos
bro,
just to look cooler or
tattoo.
tougher,
Yeah.
or face tattoos. Face tattoos just do not do it for me. Um,
Yeah.
okay. Do
Yeah.
you know what a baked Alaska is?
I do, but
Wow.
I don't remember what it is. I've heard of it because I watch a lot of cooking competitions with my family or whatever, and I've
Yeah.
definitely heard of that. I just don't know. I can't put my mind or my finger on what it is. I've heard of it.
So it's quite the dish. Um, it's an ice cream placed on a pie dish, lined with slices of sponge cake or Christmas pudding, and topped with meringue.
Oh, that sounds good.
And then it's put in an extremely hot oven for a brief period, long enough to firm and caramelize the meringue, but not enough to begin melting the ice cream.
What the,
That is
where is this coming up from? Or
it's just something that is relevant to me currently.
oh,
Yeah, don't worry about it
okay.
though.
Cool.
I may or may not have been asked to make it,
Oh,
and I've never made it before. I didn't even know it was a thing, to be honest. But we will see.
who asked you to make it?
I'm not gonna dox people.
Oh, good point.
So yeah.
Well, sounds yummy. You should try it.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. I would have 100% failed that quiz if you asked me what it was and gave me like a multiple choice answer because I was thinking meat for some reason.
Yeah, it
I
sounds
do not
like
know why I was
when
thinking
when I
meat.
hear something like baked Alaskan, I'm like, wait, they want
Yeah,
like
I
cod
was straight
for
up thinking
dessert?
meat. Something like that. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be some weird type of meat like prepared in like this cool way or something, and then you're like, oh no, it's actually ice cream with freaking cake, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah, kind of
might be
weird, but I'll give it my best. I'll give you an update on how it turns out.
sure, cool. Yeah, my family's been watching Cutthroat Kitchen recently, which is like it's really funny because it's like all about like cooks and like a cooking competition, but they get to sabotage each other or whatever.
Mm.
With like a bunch of like just like ridiculous things or whatever. So like they'll be like, oh yeah, you got to cook this, but then so they're all given like $25,000, right? There's like 4 contestants. They're given $25,000. And whatever you have at the end of the competition, however much money you have at the end of the competition, if you win, you get to walk away with. So the way it's structured is like right before they go into like the first round or whatever, the dude, I forget his name, is like Elton something.
Brown.
He like
I know what this
no.
is.
Oh, you do?
I've heard of it. Yeah, I thought his
yeah.
last name was Brown.
Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. He offers them like basically these sabotages, and then you get to pay money for those sabotages. But they're like ridiculous. So like, depending on the theme of it, some of them are like, you can make your opponent only cook with freaking golf clubs the entire like challenge or whatever. Or like, there was one where he brought out this giant whisk that was like as big as like your head or whatever, and he's like, you can make your opponent only cook with this freaking whisk the entire time, Or they brought out like ice cream cones, and they're like, you can make your opponent only like mix and cook in these ice cream cones. They can't use any bowls for the whole competition.
Ooh.
Just like super dumb, like really funny stuff like that or whatever,
See, that
So,
one
it's
would
pretty
be a bit
interesting.
challenging for someone like me.
The guy actually did a really good job because it was a dessert, so I mean, he baked his cake in like an ice cream bowl or whatever, and it kind of turned out fine. So,
I see.
but yeah, it's pretty funny.
Definitely
I
rings a
feel
bell.
like the way to do it, if I'm gonna be honest, I think the way to do it is to not spend like any money in the beginning rounds, and you're gonna get sabotaged, but at least you're not gonna get any on anyone's bad list really. And then just kind of do the best with whatever sabotage you get. But then like later on, like once it's down to like you and one other person, then you just fork over some money for like all the last couple of sabotages or whatever, so that you can just completely screw them over, and then walk away with whatever money you got left. There was one guy who went so ridiculously ham on buying like everything that he only had like $700 in the end, and it's like, bro, do you even really want to win at this point? The other guy had like 14,000, so it's like, competing to try to win $700 because I bought like all of the sabotages. It's like, really, and he lost.
Good.
Yep.
So you also have to be good at baking. You can't just like
Yeah,
buy
no,
your
like,
way through
and
it.
the really cool thing, I love this part about it, is that the judge who comes in to judge their food has no clue what the sabotages were whatsoever. So like in their mind, it's just like they're just judging it like a cooking competition or whatever. So like even though you had to bake in an ice cream dish, or like even though you had like all of your food stolen by someone or something in a sabotage, you know, because there were like things where it's like they're like, oh yeah, cook like a steak dinner or whatever, and then like the sabotagers are like, get rid of everyone's steak or whatever, you know. So they can't even. There's one guy had to like cook with mushrooms instead, you know, instead of steak. So that, you know,
I don't
he
know.
presents it. He's like, okay, you're judging a steak dinner, and then they like plate up like mushrooms and give it to the judge, and the judge is like, what the heck, you know. But they can't. The judge can't know like what the sabotages were, so it makes it really interesting because they're, you know, it makes it kind of fair almost, you know. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I could see why a show like that gets views.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Okay. I like how this interior turned out, I'm not gonna lie. By the way, I have been working on the Guardian Brisbane Wonder House Doom thingy-majig or whatever name I gave it most recently. I just am not done with it, and I feel like I've streamed enough over there that I don't want to like do anything with it until it's done and I can show it off and be like, hey, this is what this looks like now.
Can I be honest? This really irks me that one of these doors is facing this way, and the other door is facing this way.
What am I doing? Yes.
Yeah, that's better.
Does it irk you that we're missing a door? Because it does to me.
That too. I was wondering if this was like supposed to be like, I don't know, doorless. I was like, okay.
No, I just ran out of doors.
Go off.
There we go.
I still don't. Are you sure you like really want? Like, what's the thought process behind these stairs? Like this gap here.
I decided to do it.
Huh.
Do you think I have any major thought process on any of these builds? I just throw them together with like, oh look, this'll look good. And it works sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. But I actually thought about that build and it doesn't work. I'm kind of sad about that. Okay. I need to respawn my wood chest thing. Why is there a campfire in there?
You know what's interesting?
What?
Not that I'm like tooting my own horn or anything, but like none of your viewers really know like how capable of a builder I am. Because literally I just kind of chucked like some crap in your clock tower or whatever, and then like you know, but like in terms of like a good like, you know, big build, I've never done one for them.
To be fair, I don't know if I've ever seen a build of yours.
What? Yes, you have.
Name one.
You were on Rob's Bedrock server, and you saw my underwater dwarven thing.
Oh, right. Yes, I do remember that.
And then there was, I don't know if you saw the giant floating island that I made above it, though. That one was really pog.
Maybe.
That wasn't even my best dwarven fortress, to be honest.
You haven't even seen my true form yet.
You haven't seen my true form yet. That one was just, I love whenever I build a dwarven fortress nowadays, I always try to do at least one thing different in it. Like I'm trying to, you know, try something new, basically, even if it's small. So that one was flames. That one was underwater, and actually turned out pretty good in terms of an underwater fortress.
Oh, that's how you make a smoker.
Wood.
I had forgotten that a smoker was a thing. To be honest. Shout out to people who don't craft smokers. Which apparently consists of me. Have you ever crafted a smoker?
Yeah.
Really? Because normally the only smokers I end up with are the ones I steal from villages.
Oh, that's why I'm dumb.
Why are you dumb this time?
Sorry, I thought I was. I thought I was gliding, but I was just freaking walking. And I was like, how am I gliding for so long? Like, why am I not going down? And I was like, oh, I'm just walking.
Yeah,
It's
that'll
fine.
do it.
Oh.
What am I doing? I don't even know. So yeah, I had to buy work pants. Going back to that, I had to buy a new pillow. And
my new policy.
dude, I found something that I don't think should exist, but it does.
What is it?
Sour Patch jelly beans, but watermelon.
Ew. I don't even understand why they market the watermelon ones because they're just nasty. Like if they marketed like the lemon or the blue raspberry or maybe even like the cherry ones or something, that'd be good. But why would you? Why do people put watermelon in a bag? I don't understand that. Literally everyone thinks that the blue raspberry ones hit the most different, and like they don't ever like just package those. It's like,
I
bro,
know. It's a hard knock life.
I'm sure it's probably just cheaper to make the watermelon stuff, but it's a little nasty. So just miss me with that.
Yep. I couldn't find any of the actual Sour Patch Kid jelly beans, just the watermelon ones.
Did you
Like-
find Skittle gummies yet?
No, I had not. Right, you said those were a thing.
Yeah. Actually, that was my kill, but okay.
My axe can one-shot things like that.
Ugh. What's the
Yeah.
chat saying?
What is the chat saying? Nothing.
Great.
I know.
Is anyone still here?
I think South's still here.
South!
So, you know, it's raining in real life. You mentioned this.
Oh, yeah,
It was also thundering and lightning, which
yeah.
is
It was
pretty interesting.
hog.
It thundered so loudly that it shook the lights and the signs inside my work.
That sounds cool.
It was kind of terrifying because it echoed.
Oh. I'm down. I love thunder. And
I know
love
you
thunder.
do, but like, it was a bit much. Not gonna lie.
One time, and this, I don't try this at home, kids, but one time I actually did go out in one of those thunderstorms on like a walk or whatever, and it was kind of crazy. It was hot.
Yes. Very.
I went out to take pictures because that's one of the things I do, and I didn't.
Shout out to Corey Larson Photography.
Corey Larson Photos at Corey
Photos.
Larson Photos on Instagram. I think I saw South like something. But thanks, South. But yeah, I went out one time, but I didn't really. I looked at the weather and I was like, "Oh, it's raining," but I didn't really look and like see like how big the storm was. Like I didn't look at a radar, so I just went out or whatever, and then like it was like, I don't know, like crazy mile-per-hour winds or whatever that was like blowing my umbrella everywhere, and I just got completely soaked. And I was like, "Oh."
Put
I
the
didn't get, like,
umbrella
any
away at that
pictures.
point.
No, I was like, I'm like out in the wilderness on a trail in the middle of nowhere. So, yeah.
I see. I meant like
What is pop?
collapsing the umbrella and like fold it
And
up
get
and put it
completely
away.
soaked to the bone?
Well,
No.
you're already getting wet enough.
No, I was getting wet with like my pants or whatever because like it was like raining at an angle.
I see. See, that's why I generally prefer using actual raincoats instead of umbrellas. Mostly because when I'm outside in the rain, I'm usually doing something that requires the use of both of my hands.
Yeah, I need both my hands taking pictures. Well, technically I can freehand with one hand, but because I take macro photography, I really need the second for stabilization. So
Wow, what a photography nerd.
Honestly, I probably would have gone out today if it was like, I don't know, 20 or 30 degrees warmer.
It was 40-ish, 38.
Yeah, no, that's too cold.
I mean, it's 3 weeks ago. It was negative 26.
Freaking like yesterday or the day before that, it was like 64.
Monday was
Oh, this guy's got a
70.
sword. Get wrecked, boy. Oh my gosh, these pog.
We're in the wildly swing temperatures for no reason phase of Minnesotan winter.
Actually, it looks like it's gonna be pretty much like mid 40s for the next like week. Pretty
Yeah,
consistent.
for the next week,
So
and then
we're
it's gonna
back to
drop
the.
and it's gonna dump a foot of snow, and then it's all gonna melt off.
Actually, I was kind of scared because I don't think it is anymore, but it rained like all day really hard, and then tonight, like at 11 or something, it was supposed to turn to like snow, and I was like, that is the worst combination of things you could possibly have, because then you're just gonna have ice under all that snow. Oh gosh. Oh.
Yes, you're just gonna have ice underneath all that snow. Alright, this interior is done. People who say I don't do interiors.
You don't need to come over here.
And he's just blowing up parts of my island.
Nothing happened over here. Where the crap is all the dirt?
That's a good question.
Where did all the dirt go? I just picked. What?
Science can't answer.
Bro, I'm wilding right now. I do not know what happened to all the dirt that just fell, but okay. Hey, oh, hi.
This
Hello.
dirt?
Yeah, that
You
dirt.
even blew through the double
Oh, man.
dirted area. I am kind of impressed.
Listen.
Alright, we need stone, andesite, and dirt to do this here repair.
You're kind of near the signs.
Oh, am I?
Yeah. I'm just gonna start like hinting at it even more and more, and
Oh,
then
no,
eventually you're gonna
carpet.
get it. Actually, that's so much junk in the inventory. Bing, bing, bong.
Okay, there's spawn spots.
Oh, I got a carpet, I think, or something. Or maybe I didn't. Never mind. I thought I had carpet. Okay.
That's why we have one of those. And look, it looks
You know
just
what's
as good as it
interesting?
once was.
And I
Yes?
really am not joking when I say this. I have not lit up like a landscape area in probably like 8 years.
I see.
Like that's not even an exaggeration. That's probably okay. Fine, if you want to, maybe 7 or 8 years has been like since the time. I remember. I literally remember the last build that I did it, and I just spammed torches all over the grass. But literally, like ever since then, I've just done dwarven, fortresses, and I just do the torches on the inside, and then everything outside is like, yeah, that's free game.
It's
Just like
free real
random
estate.
torches like this over like this or whatever. Never. I haven't done this in like 7 years.
These aren't random torches. Not Bubble
Forgive
spent a
me.
good deal of time making sure that they're all lined up.
Oh.
Don't know if you noticed that.
No, I know some of it over here. Over on this part, though.
Oh,
No.
no. This is just him placing torches.
Yeah. Over here, you can notice it. Yeah. Anyway, it's been a long time.
Yeah, they need to do something.
Here's a great question, actually. Do
Yeah.
you remember the first world you ever played on Minecraft?
Yes.
Like the first survival world you ever played on
Yes.
Minecraft? What was your base?
It was a stone brick tower that went to world height.
Dang.
It was a great big square. The inside, I don't think I legitimately got the diamonds, but one of the floors literally was just covered in diamonds. Walls and ceiling. I then proceeded to... It was on an island. Kind of like this, actually. And there was like a lot of a distance. It was like 3,000-ish blocks until the next land mass. And I built an entire wall around the island. It was almost entirely stone brick and spruce wood. And for whatever reason, I had andesite. Oh, not andesite. I had acacia acacia stairs and planks. And then I started recreating a Minecraft village on the island. And my underground was extensive. And I figured out how to use a minecart, which was really big brain.
Yeah, I remember.
And then I'm like, oh, what's this? It's a minecart. We can make it go back and forth. And I just had it going round and round in circles in a room. Well, that was just like cobblestone and stone. It was really interesting. And then on the mainland, I built a minecart rail all the way to the mainland, entirely out of stone brick. It was incredibly ugly. Not gonna lie, looking back on it, but at the time I thought it was cool. And then I think on the mainland I started building builds that I would build them off tutorials, and I was just building castles and cathedrals off of tutorials from back in the day.
You spent a lot of time on your first world. That's kind of crazy.
Oh yeah, and then it was deleted.
Yeah, I hate, dude. I wish I could go back and kick myself for deleting all of, like, the worlds that I used to have. Yeah. I would love to go back and, like, you know, visit some of my oldest builds and stuff like that.
Like if I still had that world, I could show it to people, and they'd be like, "Wow, you were such a great builder, using only stone brick."
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
So I guess do you count the demo as like a version of Minecraft, or do you think it's just
I mean,
like survival?
I remember you playing, I think it was a knockoff version, at church, on your tablet, and you were showing Robert.
The 2D one?
I don't remember what it was. It may have been the actual game on like Pocket Edition back in the day, but like this was a long time ago. And I remember you were digging a hole, and I'm like, this is a weird looking game. Before I'd ever played the game.
Oh yeah, that was probably, well, if it was on the tablet. Wait, was it on my iPad or was it on like my phone?
It was on your iPad.
Okay, well then it was probably the original Pocket Edition version.
Wow.
Yep.
I remember, I think you were like digging skylights because torches didn't work, or you didn't know how to make. I don't know.
Oh. I probably knew how to make them. I don't know. Or it might not. Well, I don't want to say it might not have been in the game. The Pocket Edition sucked compared to the original version.
Oh, dude.
There was just nothing.
Nether generators.
No, before they even had Nether generators in it.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Pocket Edition had like 10 blocks. It was like ridiculous. And the fact that the fact that it ran on something like that was such a feat. Like, kids these days do not understand how like crazy that was, because my iPhone 3G or whatever, that couldn't run Minecraft at all because the processor just would not allow it or whatever. So what I had on that was a 2D knockoff version of Minecraft. So it literally was Terraria basically, except it was an App Store knockoff that had like Minecraft textures and stuff like that. It was absolutely garbage, and that was the closest thing that I could run to Minecraft on that. And so the fact that you could run Minecraft on, and it was only on iPads, I think, because iPhones couldn't run it at the time either.
Yeah.
The fact that it could run it was like such a huge thing, and now like now there's kids growing up who literally have only played Pocket Edition, and they just do not understand how crazy that is.
Yeah, I mean, Pocket Edition's been out since I think 13. Has it been 13? Was it 13?
1.13?
No, I mean 2013.
Oh,
was it 2012?
Yeah, that's probably. No, I don't think it was 20. Well, maybe it is. I don't know.
It was somewhere
2013 sounds
around
more
there.
feasible.
And like back then, I had
Heck of a
I
sense.
owned no electronic devices whatsoever. And so I'm like, I finally got a Kindle Fire when I think for like Christmas in 2014, and that's when I started playing Minecraft. So
Sure.
yeah, it was like my Kindle had 8 GB of storage. 8 GB, and
Yeah.
like half of that's taken up by the system.
I remember having an iPod that had that, and that was like
It was
it wasn't
so
big, but it was like
painful.
dang. It was like, oh yeah, I got 8 GB.
Yeah, it's just like kind of so painful.
I think that iPad that I had 16. And it was
Yeah,
like, dang. I
and,
never
and
able
I
to fill
and
this.
I'm like, I forgot I had a cave.
Ugh.
Did you know I had a cave?
A what?
It's not a really great cave, and it serves no purpose, but I have a cave.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah,
But yeah, anyway,
those
so
days were
I
the
mean,
days.
do you count uh do you count frickin' why am I blanking? Demo. Do you count the demo, or do you think it has to be like the original survivor version? Because I remember what I so they I'll just go through it anyway. I played the demo way back in the day, like way like this is alpha days, I think.
Dude, do you
Um,
need help?
yeah, I don't
Do
know.
you need a psychiatrist?
I'm like short circuiting at the moment.
No.
So
Do you need a psychiatrist? Count your
why?
days, I'll turn you into bacon. That stupid
What?
saddle you wear makes you look fat because you are.
Oh my gosh,
I can
that! Oh,
smell
you
you
finally
because
found the
you
science.
you're smelly and because you stink.
See, I told you
Nobody
last stream
likes
that
you. You
I did I
Kinslayer,
sent a
your
bunch
end
of
is
hate mail.
coming. Death knocks.
I said last stream that I sent a bunch of hate mail, and you were like, "What the heck? That's so weird." And I'm like, "Yeah, yeah."
Is this your I can't read that word because it's in the block. Is this your bath? Your stinky bath because you're dirty like your soul? The orphans you murdered will be avenged. I know what you did and you won't get away with it. You're dumb. I approve of the fact that on some of them you're using proper English, on some of them you're just like abbreviating.
It's space.
Yes, I know.
Space. If I
You will
don't have
never
no
be
space.
loved, you murderer. Also, you used your properly, and I approve.
Yeah, of course. I would never not.
I don't know, some people do. Your mom called and told me you were adopted.
It's true though. It's true though. Look at me. Yeah.
I don't know why you have books because you can't read, idiot. You will never live to see your grandchildren. Dude, I'm pretty sure I
There's
killed
also
his mom.
There's one in the ceiling. I don't know if it's
Literally,
that one, too.
you will die and it will be me who kills you. You physically make me sick. Other people say the same.
Did you check the chests?
Oh my word. Do you need help?
I'm just kind of traumatizing him. You're just getting him ready. Just want to make sure that he knows, you know, I'm coming for you.
I'm gonna be honest, I think I killed his mother. Sal says these are gold.
Thank you, Sal. Thank you. I'm so glad someone was here in the chapter witness.
Honestly, my
'Cause that's-
favorite is your mom called and told me you're adopted.
I almost wanted to make like your mom joke because it was right next to the bed, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go that far. I'm gonna keep it a little bit PG here. Yeah, and then there's blood all over the floor as well.
I noticed.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, no, like we ended last stream on Monday or whatever, and you were like, okay, I'm gonna go find the signs, and I was like, please don't. It needs to be witnessed on stream. So thank you, Sal, for being here to witness that.
Yes, I kind of didn't bother going and looking. Yeah.
How did you find it? Did you actually like put it two and two together? Because I think last stream I said like, oh yeah, I'm chilling with Waddles or something, and then like shortly after that I was like, I just sent a bunch of hate mail to someone because I was just bored, so I just set up all those signs, and you were like, what? What are you doing? And I'm just like, you'll find it eventually.
Yes, and I did. I was thinking of all the areas that you would describe as secret, and honestly,
Oh
this is
yeah,
not one of them. But then I remembered that you have intense hatred for my pig,
yep.
but not my other two pigs because you're a racist.
They're
And
fine.
yeah,
They didn't commit mass genocide on orphans.
okay.
So anyway,
Apparently, this is part of the lore now. My pig
oh yeah, it's
Waddles
100% part of the lore.
committed mass genocide on
Yeah,
orphans
yeah, definitely.
who are
Anyway,
a
so let's
race.
get back on topic. I was talking about my first base or whatever. So I played the
Okay.
demo way back in the day. Uh, I was introduced to Minecraft like around alpha. I really don't know exactly when. So like my dad came home from work basically one day and he was like, "Yo, my coworker was like showing me this cool game that was really just blocks and you could go anywhere." And I was like, "That sounds pog." So I got the demo
Pog was not
because it
part of his
yeah, it wasn't a
vocabulary
thing.
back then.
No, no, it wasn't. But I got the demo and I played it for 3 days straight. And the thing about the demo is that you can't save your worlds or whatever. So I just didn't close my computer at all. I ran the program for 3 days straight. I didn't close my computer. I didn't let it shut off. I just sat there and I just kept building on it or whatever. And then like after 3 days, my dad's like, "Okay, yeah, you're playing this. You can I'll buy you the game, you know." But what did I build on the first day? I built a tree house, which was like the most ugly tree you've ever seen in your life.
Oh, was it just
And
like a
then
straight pillar and then like
yeah, it was like
yeah.
I don't know, 4x4 logs, and then just like a square like leaves on top or whatever, and it was like hollowed out, and it was like, wow, you can go inside the tree. It's a tree house. It's so lame. Um, and just so you know, the demo is like basically creative. There is no survival on it. Um, and then I built a black pearl. I do remember that. That was pretty cool. But it was made out of black wool because that was like the only black block back then.
Uh
So I made a black wool, black pearl. Yeah. That was on the demo, and then I got the game, and I realized that there was a survival mode, and that was like game changer. Um, and I think the first mob I ever saw was a sheep, if I remember correctly. And my first death in Minecraft was by a skeleton. It was pitch black because I had no clue how to craft torches. I didn't know what I was doing. There weren't any guides or like it's hard to explain or whatever because like nowadays it's like there's a ton of YouTube videos, there's a ton of internet articles. You know how to do things right on Minecraft. Like if you don't know how to do a torch, you're dumb, you know. And it's like it's at your fingertips. But back
mhm.
then it was like such a new game. Like people don't understand how crazy it was that Minecraft came out because they didn't explain anything. There was no crafting book. There was no like million YouTube videos on it. And there wasn't I'm pretty sure there was a wiki at the time, but it was pretty hard to find because it was such a new game. So literally you just kind of had to figure everything out yourself, and that was like kind of the fun of it, you know? Like I remember like way back in the day like just putting random stuff in a crafting table in random positions and orientations just to see if like something new would come out because I had no clue what was in the game, you know. You would just like put random stuff in the crafting table in like weird different shapes and sizes and be like, I wonder if this makes something, you know. But yeah, it was I miss those days. It was really fun.
Sounds like it.
Yep. But yeah, like you, I remember the first time I built like a minecart track or whatever. I on my first world, I spawned like in this little beach area or whatever. And I think it wasn't even like a base, but the first thing I like went and built is I swam up this little waterfall and I made a like 3x3 like room like above the waterfall, but I didn't have a pickaxe or anything, so I just like mined out all the stone by hand. So it took me like 10 minutes to make this freaking 3x3 room or whatever. It was great.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I had an underground base on that world. That was like my first base, if I remember correctly. But I remember I went a long way away from my spawn and built this really cool tree house, and that was when I first used my minecart. Because I had like I had this minecart track that went up the tree, and I don't think there were powered rails back then, so it literally was just like you could go down the tree basically. but then I died by a creeper, and that was the first lesson that I learned that it's like, yes, spawn points are a thing, because I spawned way back at the beach or whatever, and I was like thousands of blocks away, and I had no clue where it was.
Yep.
So I lost all my stuff. It was an F. Yep. Yeah. You know, part of me really misses those days. I hate to be like a boomer and like reminiscing and whatever, but I do miss the days of like not not like I love multiplayer because it's so much more fun, but I
Yes.
also miss having a world to myself, if that makes sense. Because back in the day with single player or whatever, it was like it was just your world and you were making stuff pretty much just for yourself, you know. You'd like show other people, but not in the sense of like they could be there with you. You would just like call them over to the computer and be like, yo, check out this thing I built in Minecraft, you know. Or you would just talk about it with your friends, you know. You'd be like, oh dude, I built this sick thing, you gotta come over sometime and see it, you know. But yeah, that was kind of before a lot of the, you know, multiplayer stuff was in the game.
Yes.
Yeah, good times.
Many a conversation about Minecraft.
Oh yeah, my friend Robert, he saw him. He was the first one to tell me that there were freaking Nether Portals in the game and you could go to a different dimension. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, you put obsidian in this. He drew. I remember so specifically. He drew it on a notebook for me, like how many blocks the obsidian world needed to be and how you made it. And I was like, are you sure? You know, it's like, this is how you make it. And he's like, yep, this is how you make it.
Yeah. The golden days of Minecraft.
Yep.
But it's so much better now. In a lot
Yeah.
of ways.
I wish that, I don't know. I've always been kind of mixed about like the crafting book. I think it helps a lot of people who like, you know, don't know how to craft stuff or whatever, or like maybe have memory problems or something. But like part of me really does miss those days where like I've never seen anyone recently just play around with stuff while trying to craft stuff, because it's like, why play around when you could either look it up or, you know, just use the crafting book.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it saves a lot of time, but it's also kind of like, I don't know, I miss being dumb.
That's called nostalgia.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fudge. Did I just break that? Yes, I did. Fudge. Wait, did I?
I'm gonna do 2
Yes.
interiors for the price of 1.
Okay, I fixed it.
A little shop cat. Kind of sparse, but you know, you gotta start somewhere.
I think on that first world, the first like base that I built was like I built this little like outhouse, like 3x3 outhouse or whatever. It was just like a door, and like I thought it was so pog because you would go down like this little water thing in the middle, and then like you would end up in this like glass pillar or whatever that like was like a cool like underground base basically. But it was like so like I was like so like proud of it because it was so unsuspecting from the outside, you know, because it was like, oh, that's just like a little freaking outhouse or whatever, you know. But then like you go in it and then it's like boom, there's like a cool like underground base under it. I've like literally been building underground bases from the very beginning.
Yeah, his dream house is like
A
underground.
cave, 100%, dude. If I could live in a cave, I would die. That would be my, dude.
Well, if you want to donate to the Make Korea Cave Hermit Fund,
Please
link
do.
will be on the Discord. Honestly, I don't know. Living in a cave is cool and all, it's just like would be kind of boring after a while.
No, it would not be. Wait,
Um,
what? How do you do this? Can you do this still?
Depends on what this is.
Trying to. Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna look this up, and I'm not even gonna tell you what it is because I don't want you to tell me how to build it. I'm trying to remember how to build it myself.
Because you don't need
Yeah.
no man.
Why is this so much worse than it used to be? I'm confusion.
That one goes over here.
Oh, maybe that was why. That still doesn't make sense. Unless, wait, maybe it was like this? No, it was
Looking
not.
for.
I'm so confused. I'm actually gonna look it up.
That doesn't work, does it?
Oh, that's right. Oh my gosh, I'm so dumb. Oh, bruh. Oh, I'm so dumb.
I see.
That is
So
how you do
we're
it.
almost done.
With a stream?
Well, yes, but with this interior.
Oh, fudge.
I mean, have you been paying attention to the time?
Nope.
Because I have. That's a little bit dingy over. Oh, that one says S.
That's interesting.
Hang on.
Yay! This work? Why is it so slow? Why does that not work?
I think this is a cute little interior. And it took like no time at all. Because I've been around the block once or twice. This ain't my first rodeo, you know. Okay.
Oh, that's dumb.
That one goes in, and then we go with that one, that one, that one. Okay, zombie. I do like looking in the windows and seeing stuff, and it does change things. I mean, you'll never notice from a different distance, but it just, every little bit helps. Besides, I didn't want to do anything too crazy this stream. So,
Hold on, I'm coming.
I think we're just about to end it. I've got to talk to Nut Bubbles about his tree. And what we could do to
you
it.
done with the tree?
What? I haven't done
You
anything
done with
to
the
it
tree?
yet. Oh,
you're in
I'm thinking that it'd be really cool if it was like not a generic Minecraft tree. And if it actually integrates
yeah.
into the building a bit more.
I think we should just get rid of the building and just make it a big tree on that island. No offense.
We'll see. I believe
Or
that's
maybe,
his
like,
island.
Or like maybe build like an island off the island or something and just make a tree. I don't know. I feel like the tree should be the main part of the island and not just like on top of a build. That just looks kind of weird.
Well, we'll see. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, South.
South, thank you for liking my freaking Waddles blackmail slander.
Yes.
Really appreciate it. Join the cause. We're trying to get to 2
we get to
votes to kill Waddles.
we get
end his life.
to 400 subscribers. We'll kill Waddles.
I'm definitely gonna do it before then, but okay.
Well,
Whatever you
we'll
say.
see. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, do all those things. Discord link
I guess
below.
my question is, would you ban me if I killed him? That's the question.
Currently, yes. And always remember to dig straight down, and that a baked Alaskan is a beast of a dish.
It's a dessert.
It's a dessert, not a fish dish, as I was thinking in my head. Because I don't know, the only thing I associate with Alaska, I guess, is cod.
Which is kind of weird because I don't know.
Yeah, I blame my work.